Hi, this is Mark Wade from CenterCityCondos.com. In this podcast, I'm going to talk off the top of my head and tell you everything that's inside my brain that I know about 210 West Rittenhouse Square, also known as the Rittenhouse Hotel and Condominiums. And it goes like this. I remember when the building was first built, it sat as a vacant shell, just a cement structure shell, for about 2 or 3 years as it passed through at least one or two developers' hands. And then in the early 90s, it was completed and turned to condominiums. It is a pet-friendly building. No one in the building owns parking, although everyone has the right to valet their car for an extra charge. I think the valet service there is one of the best in Center City. They're always friendly. They're always on the ball. They always move with a sense of urgency. Now this is it's a condominium. The building itself houses condominiums, office space, and a hotel. So hotel, office space, condominiums. The condominium side has their own private entrance that has a 24-hour gate guard, usually more than one, a 24-hour front desk person, plus a concierge. And these people are really concierge. They're just not seat fillers. You know, I see them out there. They're hustling. They're helping people bring in their packages and helping them in and out the door. I mean, they're truly much more than just seat fillers here. There are a total of 179 condos in the building. Every unit has their own washer dryer. Heat and central air are supplied by the building. I think the building's very well managed. All the hallways are clean. The entry's always clean. It's just, you know, it's really one of my favorite buildings in town. I've always been a huge fan of the Rittenhouse. Values in the building, you know, I think a lot of people prefer, you know, there are people, you either face the square or you don't face the square. Although both hold strong values, I think the stronger of the two values certainly are the units that face Rittenhouse Square. The penthouse units, there's about 5 or 6 floors of penthouses, and most of those units include, you know, they have a little bit higher ceilings than the rest of the units. They have fireplaces, and they have outside space, which is kind of nice. You know, if I were to hit the lottery and had the choice to live anywhere in the world, it would be in one of the penthouses at the Rittenhouse. I mean, come on. The location is phenomenal. The building is very well managed. The interior units can be very nice. Values are going to be heavily contingent upon interior condition, because since the building was built in the 90s, what we'll find some units come on the market and they're still mint condition 1992. And then we'll see the next unit come on the market and it's mint condition 2014 or 2017 or 2002 or whatever the case is. So any building that's of this vintage is going to have varying levels. Each unit is going to be different. You know, in a new construction, all the units are the same. Value is only pegged upon floor height. That's not the case at the Rittenhouse. I believe that in the Rittenhouse, value is based upon certainly floor height, but more importantly, whether you face the square or not. But more importantly than that, ultimately important, would be interior condition. So what else can I tell you? If I didn't mention, it is pet friendly. There are a real variety of layouts in the unit, in the building. Definitely a lot of different floor plans. What else can I tell you? Everybody has a washer dryer. I think I mentioned that already. I found it very difficult to get into the Rittenhouse. Even if I'm a listing agent there, that front desk they're pretty strict. they don't take kindly, I guess, to realtors coming. That's not the case. They're very secure. They're very, you know, some buildings I go in and they just throw the key at me. I mean, whether they know me, they just, you know, I show my ID and they throw the key at me. The Rittenhouse, you know, you got to stand on your head and rub your belly 3 times and show them your ID and spit nickels out of your mouth, and then you get into the building. So, which is not always a bad thing. I mean, in terms of security, it's not such a bad thing at all. Let's see. They offer, you know, there are a couple restaurants in the building. There's a bar in the building. So from what I understand, I don't know if this is still true, that you can order room service and they'll bring it up. They do have maid service if you want to, though. If you're willing to pay extra for that, they can do that. So it really is a full service building. You know, if you've got the money, you know, the world's your oyster there at the Rittenhouse. You can pretty much get whatever you want. They'll walk your dog. They'll deliver food to your room. They'll make your bed and clean your bathroom. And, you know, of course, if you're willing to pay for it, they've got the services there, because it is certainly a full-service building. Located on the west side of Rittenhouse Square, almost anybody I talk to, when I mention the Rittenhouse, everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's pretty much a destination building that everyone's fairly familiar with. And that's about it. That's about all I can tell you. The gym and the pool are shared by hotel guests, and they're adequate. It's nothing to write home about, but they're kind of nice. It's nice to have them in the building. So there you go. The Rittenhouse Hotel and condominiums. Now keep in mind this is not a condo tel. So you can't buy a unit and then rent it out on Airbnb. That's not how this place works. It's not a condotel. It's a hotel and a condominium, but not the kind where you can go in and rent your unit out for 2 days to a hotel guest. So there you go. This is Mark Wade, CenterCityCondos.com at Berkshire Hathaway Fox and Roach Realtors, yakking on and on about 210 West Rittenhouse Square, the Rittenhouse Hotel and Condominiums, one of my favorite buildings in town. Pretty much always has been, pretty much always will be. I think the association is well managed. I think their financials are strong. I think I like the way that they take care of the building, and I like the front desk and the valet staff. Always very friendly. So there you go. Mark Wade, CenterCityCondos.com. Questions, comments, concerns. You pick up that telephone, you push the buttons on the front of it, 215-521-1523. Thank you.